Howdy, I'm Sydney, and today we're going to talk failure. So buckle in, buckaroo, unless it's before 1968, of course, or you're on a bus. And let's get into it. So outside of YouTube, the biggest social media site that I use regularly is Pinterest, which honestly has become my go-to endless scrolling site since before 2015. Like, I've had Pinterest almost longer than any other social media account, YouTube being the only one I've had longer. I love getting ideas and seeing interesting things I probably wouldn't have stumbled upon scrolling elsewhere, like hundreds of vintage gelatin recipes that just look horrible but intrigue me so much that I end up pinning all of them. Going into my Pinterest feed, it's a mix of vintage recipes, vintage fashion, tiny homes, coffee cups, knitting and embroidery patterns, wedding rings, and you name it. Over the last couple of months, one apron has really gotten to me. I've seen it and pinned it multiple times, and finally I decided on Valentine's Day it was the perfect time to start recording for YouTube and make a vintage 1940s style heart bib apron. Now, to be fair, I have made aprons before, but that was with help in an actual pattern. And here I just did a loose mock-up without fully planning out beforehand, or finding a reproduction pattern. I am experienced with sewing quilts in some bags, but I've only made 2 real garments before, and let me tell you, this project went downhill after I finished the bottom half of the apron. The heart part sucks, but it does make a fun bonnet or cat cape. Going into this, I felt, because I've seen other people draft patterns and almost wing full-on dresses, that of course I can handle an apron. I'm the first to admit that was a very wrong assumption. I clearly need more help and experience before I go about doing my own freestyle pattern like I was trying to do. And that's great, because it means I've got more to learn. It wouldn't be nearly as fun and magical when something turns out right if everything I made ended up perfect. So if you're struggling with a project, just know that it means you have more to learn and that the end result will probably be even more satisfying. But don't get me wrong, I had a little pity party about the horrible flop the apron top was, until my mom, who thankfully puts up with me, suggested some reproduction patterns to help build my skills in garment understanding. So be prepared, I'm not stopping here. I will become more powerful with time, and before you know it, I will be able to finally make a horrifying gelatin casserole in my adorable heart apron like a cute old school housewife before you know it. So for now, I hope you enjoy getting to see the process for my failed attempt, sped up. But believe me, I've got a lot of projects that I want to do, mostly inspired by vintage things that my Pinterest has recommended to me. Please don't tell my other half-done projects. I'll get to them eventually, I promise. I will probably just try to stick to shorter projects for now to improve my video editing skills. Just to speed up this current video to where it is now, took over 2.5 hours. But if you have any recommendations or suggestions on let me know what you think. I also have a blog that I'm trying to work on updating more, so if you would like to check that out, I will put a link in the description, including a post on this very video and channel. And with that, it's time to put the chairs in the wagon. Till next time, I hope you enjoy the rest of this video. Thank you for watching.